Hello and welcome to Cartoon Mistakes with me, URBANmonkey. Cartoon Mistakes is a brand new show that takes a look at some of your favourite cartoons from your childhood and tries to find as many mistakes in them as possible. Today we're going to be looking at a cartoon show from 1999 called Spiderman Unlimited. The first mistake occurs in episode 1 of the show and is quite a dodgy mistake to make. Take a look at the crowd and see if you can spot the mistake. Did you see it? Let's go back a bit. Keep an eye on where I've marked on screen. Look at that. A headless woman in the crowd. How did they not notice that? And how have the people in the crowd not noticed that? Never mind their shuttle launch. There's a headless woman, for God's sake. No one seems to care though. Headless women. What else can they get wrong? There'll be blue people in the crowd next. Hang on a minute. There is actually a blue man in the crowd. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be one of the X-Men, but I think it's a pretty random cameo to make, so I think it is genuinely a mistake. He's also not a very good photographer either, because he's not even pointing it at the right thing. He's going to be taking pictures of that woman's ear. That's not going to be good. The next mistake involves changing coloured hair. So here you can see there's a fire in the building. There'll be a woman on the top of the roof with a baby that's clearly got blonde hair. So as we move through the scene, Peter sees it, rushes into action as Spider-Man to save the day. She's still got a blonde kid on the roof there. Then as Peter swings into action, the building explodes, she falls off, and look, the baby now has brown hair, just like the mother. The next mistake happens shortly after the last one. As Spider-Man flies off, he gets attacked by the fire brigade, and here you can see there's 2 black firemen and then 2 white firemen shooting at him. Yet when he gets pinned up against the wall, and the camera cuts back, you can clearly see there's probably 4 white firemen shooting the hoses. And then there's a 5th fireman out of nowhere.
This fire is your doing.
Onto another colour mistake now, which happens quite a lot in this series, involving Spider-Man's mask. His lenses are traditionally white, yet in this show, they're always yellow for some reason. So here you can see, the lenses are yellow, as he saves the fireman and gets buried under the rubble. Later on, the fireman's getting interviewed, and look, the mask's now white. Yet if we back up a little bit, you can see as he's holding it, the mask's yellow eyes. And then there's a bit closer and there's suddenly white eyes. Yellow eyes. And white eyes. The next mistake involves props. Keep an eye on the shopping that's in the woman's paper bag. See if you can spot what's wrong. You can clearly see there's a banana, bread and milk in the bag. She then drops the bag and the milk goes everywhere. She picks herself up, you can still see the banana. But look, there's now probably 4 loaves of bread maybe, and 1 banana. But that's not all, there's still another mistake to come. As she walks off, if we back up a little bit to look at the bag, you can now see that the banana's gone. Replaced with what looks like 2 apples and 1 loaf of bread now. Ever-changing fruit in a bag. Brilliant. And that brings us to the end of this week's episode of Cartoon Mistakes. Tune in again next week for the second part of Spider-Man Unlimited. Thanks a lot for watching. Please comment and subscribe. Cheers, bye, and I'll see you next week.